Okay, I know the drill. It was a good game tonight. I thought Texas Tech had a good game plan and kept us a little bit off balance. I think Alex was outstanding tonight, and our defense made big plays. Big plays. I think Avery Hodge stealing that double was a big momentum changer. Grace Lyons on that backhand she made. Sid Sanders made good plays. I thought defense was kind of securing the game along with pitching. And if a lot of times if you have two of the three parts of your game working well, you're going to find ways to win. And that's really the story tonight. But I thought their plan and their pitchers coming in the way they did offset us a little bit. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they bring tomorrow, because I'm looking forward to seeing how our team's going to respond.
You've seen a version of that at times this year as far as rolling pitchers through, not this aggressive. At what point did you realize it was going to be a pitcher an inning, and what extra challenges did that face when you have no half inning to kind of make those adjustments?
It's really just, it's the team really getting involved and understanding what pitchers, like what they throw, and just kind of, it seemed like there was a lot of talk about it, a lot of, who is it now, what's their name, what's their number, a lot of that. And really, a lot of them looked very similar at times. So it's the ability to get to the plate and just be athletic. And I think we let some of that affect us a bit. And the words, I was like, we were falling into traps. We were settling for average pitches that we really couldn't hit as hard as we needed to. So it's good for us. It's good for us. I mean, if I am another team, I'm looking to find a way to beat the Sooners. So what is a good way to do that? And I'm going to search, and I'm going to try whatever I can try. And, defense and pitching got us out of this one.
Haley, what was it like going up against a different pitcher every inning? What did you guys try and do to get out of that?
I think, like she said, like a lot of us took it as kind of like a mental thing. It's difficult going from one pitcher to the next, but as she said, like they're going to throw strikes, and we just got to be aggressive at those pitches and take advantage of the strikes that we do get, rather than falling into the traps, and just be set up for, one pitch over the plate and just be aggressive in that line.
And Haley, also want to ask you about Coach Snyder and his the impact on you as a hitter. But I guess first of all, what was it like facing him, and just can you speak to the impact that he's had on you?
He was a big impact for me when I was at A&M. He was kind of my go-to person, and just kind of seeing him today, he kind of was like, man, 3-0, you hacked. Should have known that 3-2 was going to be the one, so it kind of just gave me a grin and a laugh at it. So it was good seeing him, but I'm excited to keep it going for tomorrow and this upcoming weekend.
What did you see there in that first at bat, as you mentioned, 3-0, and then the foul ball, and then just the, I believe Patty called it an absolute missile last weekend. I don't know if that one qualifies, but.
I've been doing a lot of resetting, so I'm taking it one pitch at a time, and just after the ball, it's all right, lock back into the next pitch, and just really looking for that pitch I can hit over the middle of the plate and just locking in on that.
Haley, how does your approach change from A&M to here, and how do you maintain who you are as a hitter, but also take into account the team approach?
I feel like the team, like we mentioned, you just, at the end of the day, you're going to hit strikes. So, you can take A&M and you can take here and look at it differently, or you can just look at the end goal, and that is hitting the ball hard and hitting pitches over the middle of the plate and crushing them. So, at the end of the day, that's what I look to do, and that's really what I'm focused on the most. So.
And Patty, you brought it up in your opening statement, but I want to ask you a little bit more about Avery's catch and just the impact that had in that moment, and the way that she handled her role in this team.
Yeah, if we're doing things right, you should see her about every game. Coming in, running, maybe coming in late in the game to play defense as well. Put her out in right field. She's a shortstop, middle infielder. But that's why I keep recruiting shortstop. Were you ever a shortstop? Just say yes. Just say
Yes.
yes.
There was one game when I was 14.
One game. I recruit a lot of shortstops because I know, or middle infielders, because I know they can usually move well and they have good arms. So we just, I think I told you all a long time ago, we had right field tryouts, and we're still having them. We're still having them at practice. And Avery Hodge is really stepping out and making big time plays with her speed. She's got a good arm as well. She's really embraced it and understands that that's a way she can get into the game. So we've used it, and it showed out well tonight.
Hey, back to when, as Texas Tech was rolling through a bunch of pitchers, as the game goes on, you kind of start crossing off, well, you've seen this arm, to try and get things prepared for the next inning, or do you just take a step back and let the lineup kind of work through it themselves?
No, I mean, the lineup was trying to figure it out. I mean, once they're in and they come out, they're out. So it's just kind of like, okay. But I think we were just so caught up in that we were not really realizing that these are pitches that we can hit hard, and a lot of these pitchers somewhat look similar. But the good news is, here's the good news. We've seen them all except one. So now we know, and we will look at more video, and we will be better prepared. And I challenge the team, and I trust that things will look a little bit different, more like us tomorrow.
And then, Patty, I want to ask you about the other big hit in the game. I want to be sure.
Brito.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brito. I'm not 99% sure.
Yeah.
I want to be 100% sure. Just that at bat and the importance of that to give Alex at least a little bit of breathing.
Yeah, that was, and prior to that, there were some really big time walks. There were some battles going on, and I know we had just brought in, I believe, Jossie Erickson that turned Tough at Bat into a walk. So, I mean, those were crucial situations for us to lead into Brito's ball through the gap. So, yeah, I mean, it's just those little things that when you're not having your kind of day become huge, huge things. So proud of all of that. Besides that, I am anxious to see what this team does tomorrow.
And then, what impressed you most about Alex's performance?
I think command, ability to change speeds on them a bit. When they take hacks, and they're very aggressive, I think almost everyone, I'm riding first pitch swing, they just get up, they just grip it, and they're aiming for the fence. And I think maybe we tied them now. When I looked up on the scoreboard, they were one ahead of us in home runs.
Yeah.
So, hey, way to go. You did. So they have the ability to change the game with one swing as well, and that's what they've been doing, and that's why they've had success. So to keep the ball in the park is a big deal against them. I mean, it's like you're kind of facing us when you look at their numbers. So that was big, and just feeding our defense was important, and our defense stepped up for her.